All right, when we're done. No, we're not. Okay, so you're like Miss Prolific, right?
Says the woman who has 7 books.
Okay, shut up. So Spanish Heart is it's one of your longer books, isn't it?
Maybe slightly.
Yeah.
The next one's going to be longer.
And it's like a life book, like it's a biography.
Well, no, I wouldn't go that far. It has autobiographical aspects. Components, yes.
So you went to Spain,
I did.
not just to research the book.
No, I went to Spain when I was much younger.
And so tell us about what inspired this book.
Spain definitely inspired this book. But
You're just rocking it here.
I know. This is awkward. Can we start over? No, so I took a trip to Spain when I was... I have fans in Japan. So how many times do we start this story?
No.
I went to Spain when I was in high school, and we were there for a couple hours, and my Spanish teacher had a very serious health crisis and had to be hospitalized for the rest of the trip.
And so you run amok.
Yeah.
Really? You did?
Well, we had a tour guide who would take us from city to city, and she would say, this is Madrid. I'll see you in 3 days.
No way.
Yeah. There was an older retired teacher who had traveled with us, but she was in worse position than we were because she didn't speak a word of Spanish. She didn't know any of us. She had just come along to hang out with our Spanish teacher.
In the hospital.
Who was in the hospital. And we also had our Spanish teacher's 12-year-old daughter.
Nice.
Yeah, so it became this whole life experience that we had to learn a lot about the country and the language and ourselves very, very quickly.
Well, that's like total immersion. That's the best way to learn.
It was. I learned more Spanish in 10 days than I learned in 4 years of high school.
Say something in Spanish. Something in Spanish.
Something specific?
Yeah. Like can you do that? Like if I tell you to say something, you'll say it?
Well, I could try. It's been 10, 12 years, but I could try.
Tell us that you write romance novels.
Oh, I can't do that. I could say...
Like, I'm going to know the difference. Just say something.
But they will. Soy una escribidor con libros de tortillas.
Sure, that sounds good. I think
I just said that I write...
I think that last word was sandwich.
No, it was most definitely dyke. I write books with lesbians.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That was good.
I think I am a write books with lesbians.
So what was the most challenging thing about writing Spanish Hearts?
It's a younger character than I have ever written. And so I kind of tried to initially write it as a YA, but it wasn't working. It's that this character needed to be a little bit older to tell it's particularly the romance that I wanted to tell. And to give her the sort of urgency that I needed to give her. Thankfully, Linda Sandoval came on board with the project. Linda Sandoval, read her books, read the books that she edits. I love you, Linda, so very, very much. And she totally helped me process through this. There were a lot of phone calls, a lot of laughing, and we just totally reconceptualized where Ren was in her life at the point where she makes the trip.
So that's the other thing I want to talk about. Ren is one of the characters, and the other character's name is
Lena.
Okay, but the story is told completely from Ren's point of view, and it's in the first person.
Yes.
Okay, so that's your first person romance novel.
It is.
So talk about that experience, because I think that had to have been difficult.
It was. I had a very hard time. In fact, when my partner read it, she's like, do you know there are whole chapters of this in the subjunctive, and that is not first person. And I was like, okay, right, do over.
That's what you get for living with some person who knows what subjunctive means.
Yes. So I kept lapsing into she. There were weird points where I would change in entire tense for like paragraphs. And so that was difficult, but it needed to be done. For a coming of age story, you really need to be in first person.
Gotcha. Well, yes. I've started reading. I'm really enjoying it. I look forward to all your romance novels. So what's next?
Does She Love You? Which will be out in July of next year.
And that is a triangle.
It is most definitely a very long triangle.
And I've seen some scenes from that, so I'm very much looking forward to that as
generous. You don't know this about Carson Tate. She's giving. Giving all sorts of things, whether you want them or not.
I love you, Munchkin.
I love you.
All right, so Spanish Heart, Rachel Spangler.
Sexy cover.
What do I say? It's here?
Sexy y lo sabes?
Yes, sexy whatever.
Say sexy y lo sabes.
Sexy y lo sabes? What did you make me say?
I'm sexy and I know it.
I'm sexy and I know it. You're a little imp. Okay, so this is Carson Tate's video. I'll come back.
I'm Carson Tate.
And I'm not. Signing out.
Adios.